2, 3, teamwork!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Southeast Missouri High School Game of the Night. Tonight, we come to you from Tiger Arena in Cape Girardeau, where the number 7 Cape Central Tigers take on the 5th-ranked Farmington Knights. I'm Alvin Washington, courtside here at Tiger Arena. Thanks for coming along for tonight's competition. In just a moment, we'll be talking with both Coach Drew Church of Cape Central and Coach Brett Hale of Farmington. That comes after this 1-minute timeout. This is Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated. The result.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Back here on Mid-America Sports as we get ready for the debut telecast here in 2011 for Cape Central Tigers basketball. The Tigers, number 7 in the metro area, taking on the 5th-ranked Farmington Knights. I'm Alvin Washington, courtside with Coach Drew Church of the Cape Central Tigers. Coach, welcome.
Thank you.
Recent 4th-place finish at the SEMO Conference Tournament. Always one of the toughest preseason tournaments heading into that holiday stretch.
Definitely, a very good conference. Had some tough games, played some really good teams. Charleston, obviously they're a good team and had a tough one against Notre Dame. But, I feel like we competed hard, competed well. Just had some trouble in the 4th quarter, finished it out. So, early in the season, that's kind of expected. I'm looking for these kids to kind of respond now and play a little better.
As you saw the SEMO Conference Tournament play itself out to where Charleston finally upending Sykeston on their home floor for the first time in 4 years, do you see a power shift a little bit in the powers that be in the SEMO Conference?
Not really. Charleston's always good. For years and years they've been good, and Sykeston's a great team. It was just Charleston's night that night, and like we're seeing kind of in the scores right now in our conference, you just can't sleep on anybody. Anybody given night can beat anyone. So you got to really come ready to play every night you have a game.
Looking toward yet another home opener here on Mount Auburn Road. I believe this is your 6th one since coming from the Jackson program. And you come in with something you haven't seen since your days over at Jackson. That's a district championship. First one in about 14 years. And you have just seen the look on the kids' faces last year when they won the title, including some of those that have come back, on what that means not only to this program but also to this school.
Oh, it was great. Like you said, having won the first time in the district the first time in 13, 14 years is great, and that's something we want to build on. And these kids got a taste of that last year, and I'm sure they still have a taste for that, and they want to see that this year. But again, we got a tough district. We just got to get better every single game. The district is a long time off, so we want to get better every day, and by the end of the year, be playing our best basketball.
As you face a 4th seed coming up in the holiday tournament, of course, you have a potential collision course again with Charleston, potentially in the Final Four. You've been to 3 of the last 4 Final Fours at the holiday tournament. With the makeup of the team you have now, do you feel another Final Four run is in you before we turn the calendar?
You can't really look into the future. Like I said, you got to take that first game, and to tell you the honest truth, I'm not even thinking about the Christmas tournament right now. Farmington's a good team. we got to play well tonight and do well against them, and then we can start preparing for Bell City. You can't take anyone lightly, depending on school size or anything like that. So, going to the Final Four would be great, but we got to take care of business game by game.
What about this Farmington team? It concerns you. What about it do you think you can overtake them in?
They're a good team. They got size, they got toughness, they got strength. They shoot the ball very well. Coach Hale does a great job on getting them prepared to play. It's going to be a battle, and they press just like Sykes and just like Notre Dame. They press a 2-2-1 and they get back into a matchup zone, and luckily we've seen a little bit of that this year so far. So hopefully that can help us tonight, kind of knowing where to go, where to get the ball, where to cut. But we're going to have to play very well.
As Coach Drew Church starting his sixth season here on the south side of Cape Girardeau as the Central Tigers, number 7 in the area, take on the 5th ranked Farmington Knights. Coach, thank you very much. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
We'll continue after this. You're watching Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
Did you find the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yep.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes. The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Visit ready.gov.
Back here on Mid-America Sports, MABN.net, getting ready to cover opening night here at Cape Central High School as the 7th-ranked Tigers taking on the 5th-ranked Farmington Knights. I'm Alvin Washington. With me right now is Farmington's head coach, Brett Hale. Coach, welcome.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. It's been a while since we played here, I think. It's been, 3 or 4 years, so it's nice to be back here.
December 10th, the last time this Knights team took the floor, a nice win over Clayton, 83-66. Only 1-1 on the season, so you haven't had too much game competition. How was the team gelled in the first 2 contests?
We were better in the second game than we were in the first, for sure. This early, and like you said, we've only played 2, unfortunately, and this is still a real early game for us. But, we did improve from game 1 to game 2, which is a good thing, and hopefully we've improved now from game 2 to game 3.
A number of names on this club. A lot of people know from the football team. Among them, Carr Trophy finalist Chase Wilsonbark, Roper Garrett, a very well-received running back turned basketball player. How do the football players, with their build and their toughness, help out this club?
We do have some tough players, like you said. A lot of success on the football field, and hopefully that success carries over to the basketball court. And they're competitive and they're used to winning. And anytime you're used to winning, it makes it, where they don't want to lose. And like you said, all those guys are good basketball players too. They're athletic, and we're looking for big things from all of those guys.
Considering this is one of the sports that Farmington doesn't play in the SEMO Conference, primarily you're in the Mineral area, so you get to see the likes of St. Genevieve and Valley and some of the other schools around the St. Francois and other counties in that area. What is it about the Mineral Area Conference that, despite its size, still remains one of the toughest in Southeast Missouri?
Our conference is really, all the schools in our conference are fairly close to one another, and there's a lot of good rivalries there. And anytime you play a conference game in any conference, it's going to be a tough one just because of the rivalry and what the games mean. But we get a chance to play some conference games around us, and we get a chance to come down here and play some of these SEMO conference teams too. So we see a lot of different styles and contrasting styles, which I think helps us, when we get to postseason, that we've seen a lot of different types of teams, not just primarily down here or up there. Our location allows us to play some St. Louis teams, some teams in St. Francis County and some teams in Southeast Missouri. So, we kind of get a gauntlet of different approaches, and we see a lot of different teams, which is a good thing.
What about tonight's competition against Cape Central concerns you a bit that you might want to shore up?
Well, we've had a little bit of trouble rebounding the ball early, and we know that Cape, they're really going to attack the glass. They got some size inside and some athletic kids inside that we've got to keep off the boards. And we were a little better the second game than we were the first, but that's something that we still got to improve on. And we've got to. From our guards, we've got to continue to take care of the ball, and so we can get the ball inside. We're pretty strong inside. If we can, if our guards can have a good game and get them the ball, get them some touches, then our offense is a lot better. So, we've got to continue to improve on those things, but hopefully we will.
That's Brett Hale, coach of the Farmington Knights, joining us here for opening night at Tiger Arena. They'll take on the Cape Central Tigers, who are number 7 in the area. Farmington comes in number 5. Coach Hale, thank you very much. Good luck.
All right, thanks.
We'll continue more into this right now. You're on Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sport.
And as we return to Tiger Arena here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, the announcement of the lineups being made. Let's take a look at starters brought to you by Southeast Health. We'll start with the Farmington Knights under Brett Hale, Tim Anderson, Mona Zirik, Doug Warren, Roper Garrett, and Alex Sebastian. Cape Central, you see there in the white, comes back with Vance Toole, Tim Booker, Garrett Evans, Jamal Cox, and the all-region selection, T.J. Tisdale. In the black is Farmington, and the white is Cape Central. We're just about set. It's opening night, the 6th one in the tenure of Drew Church here at Cape Central High School. Central, the defending Class 5 District 1 champions. We will get the party started in just a moment. Our 3-man crew in the stripes tip the ball up, and the opening tip comes to Farmington. They're going to your right in the black. To the left wing goes number 11. Booker. Rebound, nothing going there. And that's Booker on the board. Booker heads it back as we do play 8-minute quarters mandated by the National Federation of High Schools. Booker deep to the right wing. In the high post, a high banking shot is not there. Tim Anderson will corral the rebound. Back comes Farmington. Here's a drive to the baseline. And a ball tapped out of bounds. We'll try it again on the right baseline. Here's a drive by Zirik. Zirik now high post. This is Garrett. On the right wing is Sebastian. Back to Garrett on the left wing. Top of the key, this is Zirik. Now Warren again. Inside, underneath for Roper Garrett, and that's good. Garrett on the good dime piece by Warren makes it 2-0 in favor of the Cape Central Tigers. Now a kick violation, a near steal by Sebastian near the Farmington bench as we rock it again. Central in some brand new home uniforms, unlike what they had last year when they had the John Wall editions. 2 on the right baseline for 3. Just up. Rebound. He'll hand it off to Hudat. Hot scramble underneath. It's a jump ball. We'll stay right there for a moment with 6:47 for the opening quarter as we start the home stretch to the holiday tournament here in Cape Girardeau. Inbound comes the set play in the trees. Ew, man. Rebound, this is Cox again. Can't get that one to fall. Quickly back comes Zirik. Zirik stopped at the right baseline for Farmington in the black. A drive by Warren. Now Sebastian tapped away. Toole with the steal. Toole can't hang on to the basketball. That's one of the things that Central's going to have to withstand here. Garrett deep on the left low post. Offensive foul. Great take by T.J. Tisdale. As the foul here is charged to Roper Garrett. T.J. Tisdale standing all of 6'6", the senior. A key part of that district championship run last year. 6:12 to go. It is still 2-0 Farmington. Booker off of somebody's foot. They'll call the kick violation on Anderson. And Central will inbound left side, quarter court. That's Toole in the lower left part of your screen. Inbounding for Central in the white. The inbound comes a near steal on the left baseline. And we'll do it again. 6:05 remains here for the opening quarter. 2-0 in favor of the Farmington Knights. Here's a left wing 3. Almost. Rebound ripped down by Garrett. Quickly back comes Zurich. Zurich is fouled, and they're going to say that number 20, Evans, that's Garen Evans, a little bit too much in the driving path, so he'll pick up the foul. Some of these names on the starting lineup for both sides should be familiar to you from the football season. Inside feed to Roper. Garrett not there. Rebound Tisdale. Almost ripped away by 2 Farmington Knights. And a foul now on Zurich as he gets in the way of Evans. So another drive. This time as Zurich picks up Farmington's second foul. Foul called, yes, and a foul bucket the other way. That's going to be T.J. Tisdale to go to the line. It looks like it's Roper Garrett's second foul. It is indeed the second foul on Roper Garrett. So T.J. Tisdale, the 6'6 senior, to the line. And the three-point play coming up. Set, fire, So Tisdale's free pass now makes it 3-2 in favor of the Cape Central Tigers. Back comes Farmington, the right wing Zurich. Top of the key, this is now number 24, I think that 34 Warren. A drive to the cup by Sebastian, that's good. Sebastian's drive makes it 4-3 Farmington. In the middle, this is Booker. He'll take the free throw shot, not there. Booker trying to get it back, does get it back. Stops, pops, left baseline. 3 coming from there, not good for Booker. A put-back basket for T.J. Tisdale. And that now makes it for Cape Central, as we are now joined by our marketing guy, Anthony Sinks, as there's a shot the other way for Warren for Farmington, who retakes the lead 6-5.
Well, kind of surprised at the physical play of Farmington. They're getting after Cape.
Well, it's more than a notion that a lot of these kids know each other from the football program. Rolling shot is not there. And let's see. We have there's a foul call. Ball stolen all the way down. Zurich has it. Off Glad. Good.
Nice athletic move. Hung in the air. Number 23.
So Zurich makes it now 8-5. Another steal. Here's this time it's Anderson that puts this in.
Farmington is surprisingly athletic.
Tisdale backed it up. Make that. Jamal Cox will drop that one in and make it 10-7. That stops that short run. Bird now the new man on the floor. Top of the key 3, Warren. Oh, gosh. Major air ball that time. 10-7 your score with 3:43 to go here in this opening quarter. Cape Central down by 3 against the Farmington Knights in this non-conference game. Central in the white. That's Evans. That's Garrett Evans. He loses it again. This is Anderson again to the cup. Not there. Tip. Zurich. Good. Man.
Farmington has come to play.
That's obvious.
What are they ranked in the district?
They're number 7 right now.
Oh, my.
Meanwhile, I take that back. That is Farmington that is number 5, and it's Cape Central that is number 7. Evans underneath has Cox, and he's hemmed up and will draw the foul with 3:01 to go.
Wow. So how did Farmington's football team this year?
Farmington actually won the district down at Sykeston. They beat Sykeston for the title. Sykeston didn't make it past the first round. They got knocked off by Hillsborough.
Oh, that's right. So how did Farmington do on the state level?
Just the second round.
By the way, that is Bird. That's Jonathan Bird of Farmington with the foul there. That's his first, team's fourth. Jamal Cox with the free throw. First of two was good. Back of two is no good. And back the other way. Hold it. Lots of luggage. Too much luggage.
I mean, he walked a good country mile.
12-8 is your score.
Got to dribble before you take that fifth step.
As a wise man said, you must look before you leap. Ross McClanahan, 0-0 now out there for Central in the white. Down 12-8 against Farmington in the black. This is Booker to the cup. Yes.
Strong move. Strong.
12-10 in favor of Farmington. That ball tapped out of bounds and now back to Cape Central, forcing a turnover of their own with 2:31 to go here for the quarter. Quickly reinforcements.
Turnovers will kill you.
Nash, the new man for Farmington, into the game. Inbound comes the Tool. Now Booker up top. Booker stopped at the left wing. He'll take the 18-footer. Good. Nice silky smooth. We're tied at 12 as they've scored the last 5, that being Cape Central.
Booker's making his presence known.
They called that a 3, I should say, so that is actually the lead. Shot the other way, will not fall for Roper Garrett. And back comes McClanahan. Tool on the left wing. He spots up for 3. No. Rebound, Tisdale. Yes. That's the person you definitely have to account for in this Cape Central lineup.
I mean, yeah, 6'6", sneaky, pointy elbows. He's a baller.
Ball out of bounds and a turnover on Farmington as Central regaining their composure. It's got them at 4-1 record, and we have time. And we'll take time. Score right now with 1:43 for the first, 15 for Central, 12 for Farmington. This is MABN.net Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is the difference
is how you're treated.
Back here on MABN.net Mid-America Sports. 1:39 to go here for the first quarter. Cape Central 15, 12-4. Farmington not there for TJ Tisdale, and an easy pass to the right baseline. And quickly a feed down. Zurich underneath. Whoop, forgot your board and pass to the new man on the floor, 23, Delantre Haney. Vance Tool stopping at the left baseline now. Underneath to Tisdale. Good from a great pass by Johnson.
Yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with on the glass. Strong inside presence of Tisdale.
Tisdale from Devon Johnson makes it 17-12. This is a 10-0 run since being down 12-7.
Well, turnovers once again. They'll take you right out of the game, take all your momentum, and put you behind the 8 ball.
Speaking of which, Devon Johnson now gets it up ahead to drive and the score. That time that was Delantre Haney on the bucket with Johnson on the assist. Under 35 seconds now. 19-12. Quickly to the left wing they go. Feed inside. This is Bird. Off glass and good. Bird trying to be the word for the Black Knights. 19-14. That breaks that 12-0 run.
Yeah, he's going to need the rest of his team to chip in here.
Farmington just 1-1 on the year. The last game they played was December 10th against Clayton. That was an 83-66 verdict. A little bit loose-a-goose in the ball handling, and now a foul called on Zurich. That's his second, with 6.6 remaining for the quarter.
Oh, I don't agree with that call at all. That was just basketball. But you get 5 of them.
At least at this level you do.
You might get to sneak 1 or 2 in more, without the refs noticing.
McClanahan inbounds in front of the Farmington bench. He'll get it inside to Booker. Driving the left baseline. 10-footer. Good. I like the kid's range here.
I'm telling you, Cape's got a pretty loaded team. Booker hitting from outside. Tisdale down low. 1-2 combination, baby.
A short timeout in second quarter coming up. 21-14 in favor of Cape Central on Farmington. Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
We are inside.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated. The results are in. There is a difference.
Second quarter action now upon us as Central is up 21-14 on Farmington here in non-conference action. Opening night at Tiger Arena. A 3-ball from the left wing, not there for Farmington's Nash. Farmington is in the black jerseys. The white jerseys belong to Cape Central. Farmington keeping it moving with no shot clock. Oh, wow, great leaping steal by McClanahan. Has a man on his back, stops at the left baseline. Left wing 3 coming up for Evans. That's not there. Rebound corralled by 44 Sebastian. Left baseline.
Indecisiveness by Farmington. They'll have open looks and a wide open man on the wing, but it just takes them too long to get the ball.
Well, they get the steal back, a shot up, and a foul! What the? Okay.
Wipe the crap off of that ball.
Circa shot, y'all. Warren not only gets the bucket, he also draws the foul on Tisdale.
Is that how you look back in your day when you're driving through the lane, Vince?
Something like that. Free pass for Doug Warren is no good. The rebound to Tisdale. And there they come with the basketball. This is Booker with it. Booker to the right wing. Booker now goes to the left wing for Evans. Evans looking at a 3. Won't take it just yet. McClanahan now deep inside for Tisdale. Yes.
I'll tell you what. Height and basketball. There's no real replacement for it. Then you mix the fact that the kid's got hops. It's hard to deal with.
23-16 your score. Almost another steal there for young Mr. Tisdale as we see reinforcements. Tisdale will sit down with McClanahan for Central. It is Zurich back in, sitting down Jordy. And now we'll see another Boer-Boom that has made it into the Central program. Young Jacob Boer-Boom, who is taking over the mantle for his brother Zach, who, believe it or not, is in attendance tonight. Right wing 3, yes sir, for Anderson. (23-19). This is Booker trying to drive on the right wing. A little careless with the basketball the last few times down.
Basketball, get too cute, it'll cost you.
Booker in the middle, not there. Rebound Rupert Garrett, and a foul on Jacob Borboom just that quick.
That football mentality, he can't. He's gonna get better.
I'd say it for what it's worth, they used Jacob Borboom a lot in the offense this past season than they did his brother Zach.
Is that right?
And Jake's not really that big.
How tall is the kid?
He's about, I would say at best, maybe 6'3", if that. He gives up a lot of size in the paint. But he doesn't. He takes care of it with stuff like that, and it drives it up. Bucket, offensive foul on Booker.
I don't like that call either. Kid took one step, jumped, and put the ball on the glass. That's not
just a little out of control there. 23-19 your score. Tim Booker is the young man's name. That's his first foul. It's the team's fourth. And Farmington in the black has it again going to your right. This is Zurich driving to the lane. Coast to coast. Can't get the score. Rebound to Borboom. He just might be that garbage man that they're looking for to fill Zach Borboom. Boy, these Borbooms are going to be crazy this year. And there's another one in the pipeline.
How many are there?
There's 3 Borboom brothers. This is the second of the 3. There's one, I think, down in like 6th grade.
Well, at least we won't have to worry about him.
Evans, not a good pass, was trying to get Toole, and instead got the man with the ball, Anderson, from Farmington. Anderson taking it all the way to the cup. What was that, son? Booker backpedaling while he's dribbling. Gets it to Toole on the left wing. 23-19 with 4:49 to go. Booker left baseline. He'll drive. Up, off glass, a high banker not there. The rebound quickly by Rupert Garrett. Zurich with the basketball. Zurich in the paint. Scoop layup. Good. They got to quit letting these kids fly through the paint like that.
I tell you what, they've cut the lead to 2.
Borboom. Back in, right baseline. Here's a long deuce. That's blocked. And a good save on the block that time by Sebastian. Zurich with the basketball coming the other way. Zurich in the paint again. Score again. We're tied.
Coach Church is happy.
That's a 9-2 run to start the quarter by Farmington. Back out.
They've been taking it right to him. Keep turning it over.
Left wing 3 for Toole, not there. Quickly back comes Sebastian, and he's going to take his drive. Get that out of here! Zurich on the backside, good. Quickly a timeout called, 30-second timeout. An 11-2 run by Farmington on Cape Central, as the Tigers needed some way to regroup here.
Looks like Coach Church has got to get his bench together. He needs to have some more continuity. Some chemistry issues. Put in some of the starters, some of the reserves. And so they can line out.
I tell you, Montezeric right now for Farmington blazing the twine. 10 points right now to lead the club.
That's amazing. Really stepping up and taking a leadership role.
TJ Tisdale on the flip side for Central with 11. That also leads all scores. Tim Booker with 7, but he's got to cut down those turnovers in the open court.
Yeah, he needs to just slow his game down just a little. Take a good look at the defense before he makes his next move. He knows he's got enough quickness. He just needs to find a little control, balance it out.
Booker also a junior this season. 25-23, Farmington with the lead once again. They had the opening bucket of this contest. McClanahan now hands off to Garrett Evans by way of Tisdale and company. TJ Tisdale to the left wing. McClanahan left baseline is Toole with 3:21. They'll go inside for the big fella. This is Cox. Can't get the one buddy to go. The rebound to Garrett. Farmington in the black can take the lead up to 4 points here. On the left wing now, this is Jonathan Bird. Now a drive by Nash. Blocked by Tisdale. Back comes Booker. Make that Evans. He's got McClanahan on the drive. Score! Atta kid!
That's how you execute a fast break, ladies and gentlemen.
We're tied 25-all. Roper, Garrett on the inside. Spin move, not there. Rebound to Tisdale. Central can take their second lead of the game on this one. Never mind that. Hot potato down to Garrett Roper against Tisdale. No! Rebound Tisdale.
He did all the right stuff to turn Tisdale inside out. Fake left, went up right, and just wouldn't go down.
Still all square, 25, 2:19 to go. Dr. Mike Cowan is our special guest on the Southeast Health Halftime Report. And Jamal Cox, where was that going, son? Huh? Bruh?
He wanted to pass it to a cheerleader, I guess.
Even a cheerleader was the wrong person to pass to.
Oh, that was a Farmington cheerleader.
Yes, indeed. 2:10 to go, all square, 25. Eaton now the new man on the floor for Farmington, that being number 45, Connor Eaton. They'll get it to Roper Garrett, top of the key. Looking left, looking right. Eaton has it again. Guarded by Booker. 1:55 to go. There's a steal by Delantre Haney. Haney on the drive. Stops. Oh, boy, almost. Yep. That's that youth again.
You got to slow down. See what you're working with. Is it a 2-on-1? Is it a 2-on-2? Is it a 1-on-2?
And not only that, but you're positioning on the court as well.
All of that was wrong.
But we'll see what happens here. Coming back is number 11 for Farmington, Tim Anderson. Anderson now gets it to Mona Zurich. Zurich, the hot man, with 10. Off-stand shot. Delantre Haney gets fouled on the way up, trying to make the rebound. And this will now be the third foul on Roper Garrett. That's key.
That's going to come back to bite him. Well, I tell you, Jude Church, with his home court advantage, he steps out from the court than any other coach I've seen in the district.
As long as you are within your boundaries as prescribed by the National Federation, you're fine.
I'm not saying he violated. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and from what I hear at the National Federation, they are trying to crack down a little bit more in the coach's box.
Is that right?
That is correct. Here's McClanahan from the free throw line. Oh, boy. McClanahan can't buy one really right now. He's only got a bucket to his name. Zurich stops on the left baseline. Almost pulls the pivot foot. The whip inside. Turn around once, twice. Long hands, not there. Rebound, Delantre Haney.
Farmington is having a hard time dealing with all that length in the paint.
We're in the Southeast Health final minute. Booker gets it on the right wing. Up for three. A little long. It looked like it was tapped a little bit. Back.
No, that was just a flat-out air ball. Wide right.
And right the other way. That's a foul. No shots. With 41 ticks on the clock. Looks like they'll charge this one to Garen Evans, and indeed they do. That's his second. It is indeed a non-shooting foul. One more for Central to give up before the penalty. Farmington already in the penalty with 6 fouls. The drive by Zurich off glass, not there. Hot potato rebound comes to McClanahan with 35 ticks. Now Booker on the other way. Booker moving and grooving, shaking and baking. Reloads the offense. He now has Haney at the free throw line. Goes for Tisdale on the right baseline. Backing in with 22. Yes, and the foul! Good move by the senior.
That is strong. That is how you play in the paint.
The foul here charged to Warren. That's his first team 7th. TJ Tisdale with a game high 13. Looking to extend this first half lead for Central. Their second of the game. They're sitting on 27-25. Tisdale for the bonus shot. Sets, fires, drop it. 28-25, Cape Central.
That's one of the first things recruiters look at. Does a kid hit his free throws consistently?
Well, Tisdale's been a consistent 65-70% free throw shooter throughout his career. A lot of that at the holiday tournament that's coming up in about a week or so. Left baseline 3, that's not there. Rebound, however, by Anderson with 9 to go. They'll go back out to Eaton on the left wing is Warren. Warren driving against Tisdale. 2-1. And a steal by Booker. He won't get the shot off, but how about that?
That's hustle all the way through.
Halftime is in the mix. And we'll take a break. Coming up, our special halftime guest The effervescent Dr. Mike Cowan of Cape Central High School. That's after this 1-minute timeout. 28 for Central, 25 for Farmington. It's Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
Did you buy the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yep.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes. The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Visit ready.gov.
We're back here on Mid-America Sports, MABN.net, covering the debut telecast for 2011 for Cape Central Tigers basketball. Here on the Southeast Health halftime report, brought to you by Southeast Health. The difference is in how you're treated at sehealth.org. I'm Alvin Washington at Top Tiger Arena. With me is the man that stirs the pot for all the Tigers here on Mount Auburn Road, the longtime principal, Dr. Mike Cowan. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Always glad to be with you.
10 years at this particular location, one of 3 that have been a part of Cape Central's history over the past 100 years of athletics, and a very gradual progress of building this campus. Just recently, Tiger Stadium opened to great crowds and a winning record, and you're now getting your classroom additions that we had talked about earlier in the season when we were looking at how everything was shaping out.
Yes, Vince, we're very excited about that. It's a good time to be a Cape Central Tiger. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Our new Performing Arts Center is beginning to take shape on the east side of campus. Of course, you reference our new stadium on the north side of campus, and then we have our new 22-room classroom addition going on the south side. So we're just surrounded by progress, Vince, at Cape Central, and that's a very, very thrilling and exciting time in our history.
You had mentioned the last time we were talking about this that the classroom additions more than anything were the key because of the growing size of the school. I mean, this isn't the small school it used to be back in the 50s and 60s anymore.
Well, no, sir, it has changed. There's no doubt about that since then. But, you know, Vince, in some ways it's not so much the size of the school. Our enrollment's fairly stable right now, as much as it is the nature of our program. We keep adding courses, and we keep adding specialty courses, for instance, and as we do so, we need facilities to support those courses as well. Of course, from the very beginning, when we came here 10 years ago, we knew the campus wasn't as large as it should be. We knew that the total facility wasn't as complete as it should be. So it was a multi-year plan, and that plan is now coming to fruition. I have complete respect and admiration for the community, that the community had the foresight, had the wisdom 11, 12 years ago when they decided to put the Career Center and the new high school itself out here on the south edge of town. When you put those two facilities in conjunction, one with another, we've got the finest complex of secondary educational opportunities in the state of Missouri.
We're talking with Dr. Mike Cowan, the principal of Cape Central High School, here on the Southeast Health halftime report as the Cape Central Tigers take on the Farmington Black Knights. You mentioned a key component of this area, the Career and Technology Center, and a lot of high school kids, especially junior year on up, take advantage of those courses that help them get that early college credit.
Yes, sir, they certainly do. And that's what I meant a while ago. We're very, very pleased to work so closely. When you look at the courses that are offered currently at the Career and Technology Center right next door, and then put those in conjunction with the courses that we offer here on our main campus, the opportunities are just fantastic for our Cape Girardeau kids. And that's what makes it such a privilege to work here in the school district of Cape Girardeau and to be a part of Cape Central High School.
As the next 10 years advance on and the additions now become reality, what are we looking down the road for the next phase of this growing campus?
Well, there's a very definite answer to that, Vince. We are already talking about the next 3 to 5 years. You know, in most progressive school districts, you're going to float a new bond issue about every 5 years in order to keep things progressing, moving, and in good repair. As I look down the road 5 to 10 years from now, I'm really hoping that we can put an industrial technology lab here on this campus. Currently, our kids go over to CTC, and we're kind of housed in borrowed space over there. So I'm hoping that we can have an industrial technology lab here on our campus. I hope someday that we'll have an natatorium on our campus. Currently, our swim team shares space at the Bubble there in town, and it's served us well all these years. But it would be wonderful to have a pool, a natatorium here on our campus, as most high schools do in the St. Louis area, if you were to visit those, for instance. So not only can we have our swimming and diving competitive teams here on our campus, but we can get aquatic sports work back into our physical education curriculum as well. And so when you take those two large items, once we could get an industrial technology lab, once we could get a natatorium, this really would be as complete a high school campus as you would find anywhere, not only in the state of Missouri, but probably in the Midwest.
As always, a pleasure to talk with this man, Dr. Mike Cowan, the principal of Cape Central High School, as they celebrate 10 years at their Mount Auburn and Silver Springs location, and looking forward to bigger and better things. Doctor, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good to be with you.
We'll continue after this. You're watching Southeast Missouri High School basketball on Mid-America Sports, MABN.net.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
We can all be energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
Back here on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports. We're still here at the half as the Cape Central Tigers lead it on the board 28-25 against the Farmington Black Knights. Alvin Washington rejoined by Anthony Sinks here at Tiger Arena in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And just looking at the first half numbers, it's been all T.J. Tisdale. 14 points, 7 from Tim Booker, 3 from Jamal Cox, 2 from Delontre Haney and Ross McClanahan. A couple of nice assists by Devon Johnson on a couple of fast breaks, too.
Well, it seems to me that if all else fails, give it to Tisdale. Just chuck it down low.
That seems to be the mantra so far. On the flip side for the Farmington Black Knights, 10 points from Montezeric, who's really crashed the paint on a lot of drives this evening.
I mean, I think that's his job, to be somewhat of a junkyard dog in the glass and to retrieve any loose balls and, reorganize the offense.
Also in the mix, 2 points each from Roper Garrett. Also, Alex Sebastian with a bucket. 4 points from Doug Warren. 5 from Tim Anderson. And Jonathan Bird also rounds out the scoring with a bucket. And that's what we're looking at right now. (28-25) is your score. And while we have a moment here, we'd like to let you know what's coming up on next week's action. Coming up next week, we take the scene over to Rams Gymnasium in Scott City as the Scott City Rams take on the Dexter Bearcats. Scott City, another one of those teams that will be at this year's holiday tournament coming up December 26th through the 30th. Those games, by the way, in the holiday tournament will be audio only. Of course, that is per the tournament, so you can't take it with you on your smartphone.
Just find our special links at our front page, mabn.net, and you'll have all the information you need right then and there.
Before we get started with this second half, who's your pre-holiday tournament pick to win it all?
You know, that's a tough one. I'm going to have to say Charleston has a very strong chance coming off the heels of that SEMO Conference tournament win against Sykeston.
You know, that holiday tournament and the competition that's in it, Scott Central, Cape, the likes thereof, you know, that gets the kids in that tournament frame of mind.
And right out to shoot, looks like we got ourselves a bucket and a foul from Tim Anderson. Nope, they're going to say no bucket, but there is a foul on Garrett Evans. That is his second. It's the team's first. It's right out to shoot. A free throw made for Tim Anderson of the Farmington Knights. Anderson, the 6'1" senior, back in is good. 28-27 in favor of the Cape Central Tigers. There in the white uniforms. They have Vance Toole with the basketball. TJ Tisdale. Tisdale gets it underneath to Jamal Cox for the score. Garrett Evans and looks like Tim Booker, or should I say Vance Toole, round out the starting five for this second half for Cape Central. With the basketball for Farmington in the black, Mona Zurich, number 23, joined by 34, Doug Warren. Roper Garrett, number 40, with another good drive to the bucket. That makes it 30-29. Also on the floor, 44, Alex Sebastian. And Vance Toole trying to drive, trying to get separation. Does on the left wing. This is Booker. Inside, stopped at the high post. The right wing, this is Evans. 15-footer. Looked like he got blocked a little bit. Here's T.J. Tisdale on the putback. Gets to the foul. T.J. Tisdale, there go that man again.
Mama, here come that man again.
32-29 your score. The foul here. Charged to Warren. And that'll put the 6'6" senior T.J. Tisdale at the line for the free pass. Count it.
Well, Farmington is hanging around.
33-29. This is not for the faint of heart. Both these teams are in the same football conference, that being the SEMO North, but they're in separate ones thereafter. Zurich tried to drive the lane, and a bunch of white shirts couldn't do it. Booker back the other way, going coast to coast, left baseline. A shot, make that, Booker. Booker's number 10, Garrett Evans is number 20, and Vance Toole, number 3, with the basketball on the steal. He'll whip it inside to Evans off his head. He'll regain the offense at the right baseline. Back to Toole on the left wing. He'll start the drive left baseline. Booker looked at a three. He'll challenge the trees and score. No fear in that kid's heart.
Booker has got a lot of potential.
35-29 your score. We've crossed 6 minutes. Call it 5:55 here at Tiger Arena in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Near steal that time on the right wing. Zurich has the basketball in front of the Farmington bench. Almost traveled there. Hot potato. Tisdale with a steal. Now back comes Booker. Moving and grooving, shaking and baking. Sees numbers. He'll take it to the cup again. And a kid.
There's the it factor.
37-29 your score.
When a kid just has it. And I think Booker has it.
Well, that remains to be seen down the stretch as the ball goes out of bounds, and we've got ourselves time on the floor.
I mean, the way he laid the ball off the glass soft both times, the way he got his feet set and took a smart jump shot earlier, he rimmed out, but you can tell he's got good basketball IQ. A little young, a little fast, a little reckless, but he's got it. And the more experience, the better he's going to be, of course.
As we keep it here, 37-29, Cape Central leading Farmington, who takes a full timeout. They're down to 3 left. Cape Central has all 4 left. The portion of this broadcast brought to you by our title sponsor for this year, Southeast Health. At Southeast Health, the difference is in how you're treated. By the way, looking for some great sports talk? Look no further than our good friends, the Regular Sports Guys. Every Tuesday night, we have a new show up for you, and it's always a lively conversation.
Who are those guys?
Well, you're one of them.
Oh, I am?
You might remember my tag team partner, Anthony Six, as the Boot Heel Jedi. Always with a quick wit from down in the Boot Heel.
Well, the one thing I do love about being from Southeast Missouri is you go by any coliseum or stadium, you're going to see a good sporting event. If it's basketball, football, whatever, we do it right.
We're back to action, 37-29, Cape Central in the white, leading Farmington in the black, and we've got ourselves a tapped out ball. It'll stay in favor of Cape Central. Great crowd on hand here for opening night 2011. This is the one and only time we'll see Central here at Tiger Arena before we go across the new year. And on near steal by Roper Garrett. I got to tell you, for a kid who doesn't get much on the stat sheet, Roper Garrett gets a lot of hustle points.
Oh, yeah. It's a shame there isn't a real stat for that. That's good. I like that. Hustle points. Hustle.
Every kid needs some.
Yeah.
Booker with the basketball, another lackadaisical pass, and I'm this is the one part of Booker's game I don't like, is just a really lazy pass. These teams are looking to snatch the ball and make a run at it. You got to fire it in there.
Once again, that's experience, and I'm sure Coach Church will let him hear all about that tomorrow in practice.
This is Tisdale on the baseline. The turnaround Jay is not there. Rebound comes down to Warren. 4:52 to go. Central by 8, 37-29. This is Sebastian. Making up for it. A nice block that time by Jamal Cox.
Tisdale tried to sell the offensive foul, but his wingman had his back.
Toole goes to the line as he drives the left baseline, and a fourth foul on Roper Garrett. Wow.
I don't think they can win without him out there on the floor.
Vance Toole, the 5'10 senior, with the front of 2.
I just don't think Farmington has the firepower without Garrett.
Delantre Haney will come back in, as will Ross McClanahan, sitting down. Booker and Cox back in. Toole, 39-29. This is an 11-4 run to start the quarter. 4:32 to go. Drive by Sebastian, right wing. This is Warren. Warren pulls away once, twice, keeps control. Sebastian, right baseline, 3, good. Stops that short run. 39-32. Toole back the other way, off glass, not there. Rebound, Tisdale, yes sir. That's the one part of Tisdale's game I love. Offensive rebounds.
Gotta have a guy that can bang the glass. And Tisdale is much obliged to carry those duties for the Cape Central Tigers.
41-32. Here's Warren trying to drive. He puts one off glass.
Now Tisdale's defense got to get better. He should have challenged that shot.
41-34. Warren with 6 now for the Farmington Black Knights. Bounce pass, a near steal, and Drew Church over there on the side, he's telling his team, you got to get those passes the crisper in there because they are challenging him now. McClanahan in front of the jungle will inbound to Delantre Haney. Now McClanahan gets it back deep right wing. Double team in the matchup zone. Here's Haney at the free throw line. A steal that time. That is a drive. Anderson, no. He'll draw the foul and a little bit of push. And that's on the guy who's going to the foul line. Garrett Evans, I think, tried to give him a little something from football season.
Well, these teams don't like each other. They don't like each other. They play football hard against each other.
Oh, they're going to call the technical foul on Garrett Evans anyway, so he's the one that got caught with it. Yeesh. That's the one that pushed him. It looked like he was going to get away with it there for a little bit, but nah. No, I think you're the one that got hit with it. So not only the 2 shots up for the foul initially, but also 2 shots up for the technical foul.
Now look what that does to the scoreboard. That puts them within 3 if they hit these 4 free throws.
No, they did charge Anderson with the technical foul. Front of 2 is good. So they actually charged Garrett Evans with a personal foul. It was Tim Anderson, who will make the back of 2, that was charged with the technical foul.
Oh.
So he makes the 2 foul shots, but because he was hit with the technical foul, Cape Central now gets to take those 2 points back if they can make these free throws.
Lobby Dern.
Vance Toole, the 5'10 senior, front of 2, good there.
Somebody's daddy worked him out in the front yard in the driveway.
Back in for Toole, up and good. And now, on top of that, Central gets the ball back.
Costly mistake.
So that basically was a net gain of no points for Farmington.
Well, they still get the ball, so it could be -2.
The inbound comes to Tisdale. McClanahan has the basketball to the left high post. Central, you see there in the white jerseys. Booker now has it for Toole. Toole trying to drive now to the deep left wing. This is Booker in a paint. Dips it under a hot potato. It's off of the leg of Haney. And just a little too quick that time for the fellas.
I think that was a pretty good pass. Just wasn't executed by Haney.
3:02 for this third quarter. Steal, that's by McClanahan. Tisdale comes up with it. Tisdale, who can bring the ball down pretty good himself, will hand off to Vance Toole. McClanahan on the right wing. Now, Booker driving. This is Tisdale, double teamed, foul called.
Triple teamed.
Pick your poison.
Well, he probably should have looked for a shooter on the wing. He had one on the elbow, as a matter of fact.
Doug Warren is the one that gets called for the third foul. As TJ Tisdale to the line. You see there in the jersey. Ew.
A little strong, Mr. Tisdale.
Just the second miss of the night. He was 4 of 5 to that point. Back end's coming up as reinforcements come in on both sides. Back end for Tisdale. That's good. 44-36. Central maintaining after overtaking Farragut with a 9-2 run in the second quarter. They're up 44-36. Top of the key is Warren for Farmington in the black. He'll hand off to Zierich. Almost traveled there. Zierich guarded by Booker. Now they'll go to the right.
I thought that's what it was. It got hung up on his hip.
Should have been an illegal dribble either way. Warren on the baseline. Can't get the buddy to go. The rebound to Boerboom. He's got McClanahan, and McClanahan brings it slowly across the timeline to the left wing for Toole. Double teamed in the matchup. Now this is Tisdale. Backs it. Strong move and a score. Oh, baby.
The Farmington bench is just stunned that there wasn't an offensive foul called on that.
And a near steal by Tisdale. Trying to drive is Nash. He got taken away by Toole. Foul called on Anderson. Say, we won't have any household names on the Drew Church team, but I guarantee you got some grinders.
Every last one of them. That's what they do.
The foul here for Farmington charged to Anderson. That's his second. It's the team's fifth. Booker to the left baseline for Anderson, for Tisdale from McClanahan. Yes, sir. TJ Tisdale racking him up. Tried 24 game-high points.
I mean, he goes up with so much confidence. Soft off the glass. He's already playing defense after he's put it off the glass because he knows it's 2 points. Automatic.
How about this? Some 8 assists this evening off of a number of field goals. So they are learning to pass it around.
Oh, yeah.
In the trees, right high post, shot up, hot potato, no, rebound. This is Warren off glass, left side, that's good. Doug Warren makes it 48-38, Cape Central. Crossover move by Booker, drives to the paint, kicks it out to Toole. Looked at a three, will not take it. He'll drive it back out. McClanahan, whoops. Try that again, son. Zurich gives it over to Anderson. Yes. Oh, man, you got to have your head on the swivel, son. 48-40 your score, under a minute, call it 49 ticks. Boom in the paint, now to the left baseline. Here comes three from Toole. Count it! Big time three by Toole.
That may have broken the hopes and spirit of the Farmington faithful.
I got a lot of basketball to play, and that just shows you why right there. Good feed to Bird from Warren. 22 ticks, 51-42. McClanahan across the timeline. That's a good drive to the bucket and a foul. Great pick that time by Jamal Cox.
He slashed to the rim. Perfect.
A foul charge this time on Bird. And so McClanahan, it's Ross McClanahan, 6'1", and the senior, for the free pass. Eyes it, skies it, scores it. 54-42. Central maintaining.
Central starting to pull away here.
Last 10 ticks on the clock. Zurich tries the left baseline. Yes, and a foul. Boy, I tell you, this Mount Zurich has no fear for the Farmington Knights.
He's strong to the hole every time, man. I like his swag. I like his style. He can hoop.
Jake Boerboom called for his second foul. Mount Zurich, 6'1", sophomore. Free pass is no good. Rebound, however, to Warren. That's good. And a three the other way. Ooh, just missed the rim. Let's take a 1-minute break. Your score at the end of 3. 54 for Cape Central. 46 for Farmington. This is Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
This copyrighted broadcast of Mid-America Broadcasting Network and Cape Central High School may not be reproduced for any reason without express written consent. He is Anthony Sinks from the Regular Sports Guys. I'm Alvin Washington, and we are rocking it at Tiger Gymnasium.
You know, I'm taking a good look at this Cape Central team. And once again, pre-holiday tournament, I got to give Cape Central the possibility of being a sleeper. You know, they have upset potential written all over them.
Well, they've made 3 of the last 4 Final Fours at the holiday tournament. And they have the ball, and they get it to Tim Booker with a nice fade.
Tim Booker is a scorer.
56-46 is your score.
Tisdale needs to quit flopping.
Doug Warren, there go that man again. Doug Warren now makes it 56-48. Shot by Evans the other way, not there. Rebound ripped down by Doug Warren. Right now sitting on 12 to join Monas Zurich as the team leaders. Left wing 3 from Sebastian. Oh, well off the mark. Rebound Tim Booker. Booker, long feed. Oh, TJ Tisdale's not that tall.
There's that youth and recklessness. Crash and burn.
You know, sometimes you just got to walk it up a bit. You got, there's no shot clock at this level as Monas Zurich loses the basketball again to TJ Tisdale. Vance Toole's going to drive. He's going to kick it out to Evans on the left wing. Booker looked at a 3. Will reload the offense. Toole
for Central in the white. Now in the middle for Jamal Cox. To Booker. Left wing, drives the baseline up. No. Ball tapped out. It'll go to Farmington.
I don't know about that call, ref.
Assistant coach Scott Schweinbold trying to get the referee to say it was off of Farmington, but to no avail. Inbound comes. This is 45 Connor Eaton now driving with Farmington in the black, going to your left. Doug Warren, top of the key, looked at a three, will go right wing for Sebastian. Sebastian at the right high post. Left wing, this is Eaton. Down low for Roper Garrett. Good block that time by Tisdale. Cox will clean it up.
That's what I'm talking about. Good defense.
Toole with the basketball trying to drive against Anderson with 6:06 to go for the game. 56-48. Central with the lead, but it's still anybody's contest. Evans.
8 points isn't much.
Right wing 3-2. No. Rebound, who's got it? Cox is gonna come up with it? Yes, he will. And timeout call. Great heads-up play by Jamal Cox as he's helped up by Doug Warren. We'll keep it right here. 5:50 for the game. 56-48. Cape Central, the number 7 team in the area, leading number 5 Farmington. We are inside this Auto Trim Design timeout. And just a reminder to shop by our friends over at Auto Trim Design on South Kings Highway. Don't just drive and be seen as some of the latest car wrap fashions around. 800-866-8558, Auto Trim Design. Next game, we take the yellow school bus over to Scott City High School in Scott City, Missouri. That's where the Rams are waiting on us for the first time this season. They'll handle the Dexter Bearcats in non-conference play. Broadcast time set for 7:20 on Tuesday, December 20th, and we'll tip off at 7:30. It's right here on your home for Southeast Missouri High School basketball. MABN.net, Mid-America Sports. Back to action here at Tiger Arena as number 12, Devon Johnson, rejoins the fray for Cape Central. Central up 56-48. Central is in wearing their white uniforms. Farmington is in the black. Here's a drive to the baseline. Jamal Cox, a great move on the dime piece that time by Toole.
That was a beautiful set play drawn up by Coach Church coming out of the timeout.
58-48 your score with 5:23 to go. Yeah, I think that 3 ball by Toole might have been the dagger there that last quarter.
That's what it was.
Roper Garrett leaning in, can't get the shot. Who gets the rebound there? That man again, TJ Tisdale. He's got Evans on the left wing. Evans now starts to drive at the free throw line. He's got Jamal Cox in the paint. Get that out of here. Doug Warren returns that back to the middle area. Now Connor Eaton on the right baseline by the Farmington bench. Doug Warren with the basketball, looking, starting his drive, guarded by Tisdale, stops, left wing. They'll go underneath for Roper Garrett. Jamal Cox is right there. He stops that drive. Hot potato rebound. It is Booker. Booker now has Toole, looking for the man down low, Evans. He will go across the line. He's got Jamal Cox. Offensive foul. They were looking for that one, too.
Yeah, it had offensive foul written all over it. I think he tried to dunk on it. Not for sure. So.
Jamal Cox will pick up his first. And now we'll see some reinforcements for Farmington. Into the game will be number 20, that being Garrett Nash, the 5'8 senior. We'll also see Devon Johnson return for Vance Toole. Good night for Toole. Toole sitting right now on 7 points. We're back to play. Down the court comes Eaton. He's got Mona Zurich on the right baseline. To the left wing we go as Tim Anderson. Drives to the baseline. A good block by Jamal Cox. And then a foul on the rebound going the other way. Great job by Jamal Cox to recover on the defensive side.
I think that was one of those back-breaking plays right there. 2 points, cut it within 8. 4 minutes left. Both of being Cape ball shooting free throws. Down by 10 with 4 minutes. Kind of looks hopeless.
That is indeed the 5th foul on Roper Garrett. So he's done.
And that'll send the man of the hour, T.J. Tisdale, right now banking on 24 game-high points.
That's about his average this year, isn't it?
Just about. The one for Tisdale will give him the end. Nice and easy. We have 4:18 for the game, the Southeast South. Post-game report comes your way, including the announcement of tonight's Southeast South player of the game. So far, it's looking to be Tisdale at this point.
I'm pretty sure that it is.
But as the saying goes, stranger things have happened. Warren now to the right wing for Nash. Nash triple team in the matchup zone. The right wing for Eaton. No. Hot potato going down. Van Sewell coming back in. He will sit down. Looks like Garen Evans. Evans sits down with no points but an assist. Tim Booker gets the inbound. Booker bump once, twice. Still keeps his dribble. Gets it back from Devon Johnson. Toole, top of the between the rings, almost stripped away by Anderson. He starts his drive trying to get separation. Stop the dribble. Now Devon Johnson with the basketball back to Evans. Double teamed in the matchup zone on the left wing. Now deep left baseline. Here's Tisdale. Yeah.
Icing on the cake.
Rocked that perfectly. Tisdale from Johnson makes it 61-48 with 3:23 to go. Doug Warren, right baseline. Double team. Floater up. Floater off glass and good.
Nice shot, but I'm afraid it's a little too late.
61-50 with 3 minutes to go. Tisdale again, the right baseline. Let's do it again. Boy, Vance still picking up the assist count at 3 right now.
I think Farmington's kind of worn down and just want to go home. They just want to get on the bus.
Left baseline 3 not there for Warren. And, yep, time slowly ticking away on the Farmington Black Knights. Timeout called. $63-50 your score, 2:41 to go. We'll keep it right here. Don't forget tonight's game brought to you courtesy of our fabulous friends at Southeast Health. At Southeast Health, the difference is in how you're treated. Also in part tonight by Auto Trim Design on South Kings Highway. Don't just drive, drive and be seen with the hottest designs for cars and trucks today. Auto Trim Design, 800-866-8558. Again, we come to you live from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Tiger Arena is where it's at, as the Cape Central Tigers with the 63 on the left, leading the Farmington Black Knights with the 50 on the right. Alvin Washington alongside Anthony Sinks of the Regular Sports Guys, and we do wish each and every one of you the best of this great time of the season. Snow may or may not be on the ground wherever you are, but we hope you are enjoying this great time of the year. Speaking of which, how you youngins doing?
My daughter's doing good. Got to hang out with her a little bit the last couple of days, you know.
Good to hear.
Fatherhood is a wonderful thing. Trying to make the best of it.
That's what makes this time of the year so special. As we're back to play with 2.5 to go, Cape Central up 63-50. This is Garrett Evans. Now they're running little four corners. Inside, T.J. Tisdale. They almost did it again.
If all else fails, give it to Tisdale.
Almost sounds like a commercial.
It's definitely the theme of the evening.
Foul this time is charged to Nash. That being Garrett Nash of Farmington. That's his first team's eighth. T.J. Tisdale, front of two. Yeah. T.J. Tisdale has definitely been on one today.
He's about to break 30 points tonight.
6 of 8, and that is 30 points for him. 31 on the back end. By and far tonight, Southeast Health player of the game. T.J. Tisdale, the Cape Central Tigers. 2:10 to go in this one, and it is academic. Warren the baseline. Warren, Good night, y'all.
Yep, they can start the bus.
Tim Booker now has Vance Toole. I tell you, Vance Toole has had a pretty key night tonight on both sides of the basketball, especially that big three back in the third quarter that just locked this one up.
The turnovers. We talked about it a little earlier, but that was definitely the backbreaker for the Farmington Knights.
Garrett Evans gets a fresh 10 after the ball got tapped in the back court. They'll do the bob and weave again. Evans now has Toole at the top of the key. He drives right wing. And they will run as much clock as they want to. This is also a staple of a Drew Church team, especially with a lead this big.
Yeah, we saw Charleston do that to Sykes last week with a 1-point lead at the SEMO Conference Tournament.
That was ugly.
Hey, it was a W.
75-71 the final in that championship game. Stopping a 51-game home court win streak by the Sykeston Bulldogs, now the third best all-time in the state.
That says a lot about that high-powered offense led by Greg Tucker that the Charleston Blue Jays have. They look like they're poised to win their 11th state championship.
Yeah, they got to get through a pretty tough class there. Booker's one will not give him the and we're back to play. 65-50 with 1:10 to go. Now Farmington trying to bob and weave. They need stops and scores. That ain't going to get it. Tisdale with another rebound.
How many rebounds tonight, Vince?
My unofficial count says 13.
13 points. 13
and at least 4 or 5 on the offensive glass on the stickbacks. Yeah. Timeout, by the way, called by the Cape Central Tigers as they take the starters out. And great night for everybody, including T.J. Tisdale with 31 points. Tim Booker, not a bad night for the first time I'm seeing him. 13 points. Got to cut down on the turnovers, though.
This is his junior year, correct?
I believe it is his junior year.
Little AAU ball this summer. Some reps. He'll be fine. I'm excited to see him play next year.
We're back to play with under 56 ticks in the Southeast South final minute. Jacob Borboom drives. He'll go up for 2. Jacob Borboom, the 6'3 sophomore, at the line to shoot 2. Front of 2 coming up. Front of 2 rims in. Would you believe only 4 team fouls this half on Cape Central? Back end's good for Boom. Shot the other way with 44.3 seconds left. Front of 2 is no good for the new man on the floor, that being Brown. That's Josh Brown. Back in. Good. That's all she wrote, 67-51. Yep. Bounce it around, bounce it here, bounce it there, bounce it everywhere. Shot in the middle. Oh, nice shot that time by Mikey Jones, one of the good football players from earlier this year. And that will wrap things up. 69-51, and that might be a little bit more if Boom gets his way. Ball tapped out of bounds with 8.5 left.
They call it garbage time in a lot of areas or whatever, but this is valuable time for the youngsters in the program, to get their teeth cut, to get them some good experience.
Feed inside, turn around, Jay. Nope. Rebound, Mikey Jones. Yepers. That's how we do it.
Good game.
Mikey Jones puts this one in the books with that bucket on the rebound. 71-51, your final. It's a Cape Central winner.
Mikey Jones has got potential. You see how he snatched that rebound, jumped up, smacked it off the glass real nice before the buzzer, made it a nice even 20-point win. Doesn't get any better than that.
Another good opening night for the Cape Central Tigers. Your Southeast South player of the game, TJ Tisdale, the senior for Cape Central, with 31 points, unofficially 13 rebounds on the night. We'll take a break and come on back for the Southeast South post-game report. Your final once again from Tiger Arena. It's a Cape Central winner, 71-51 over Farmington. This is Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports.
The results are in. There is a difference in attitude at Southeast Health. You'll find it in a friendly smile, in a pleasant voice, in a helping hand, and in a warm heart. But most importantly, you'll find it in your time of need, when you need it the most. There is a difference. Southeast Health. The difference is how you're treated.
Explore new worlds. Read. Visit literacy.gov.
If you're looking for a new pet that your family will cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are the best places to find a new pet. That's where you'll discover healthy, loyal, and loving animals, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. So bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
All right, guys, we got to be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're going to run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm going to run around circles, flatten my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up.
To play 60!
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Back here on MABN.net, Mid-America Sports. Final score from here at Tiger Arena. 71-51. Cape Central knocks off Farmington, the 7th-rated Tigers. No problem after going down 21-14 in the first quarter. This is the Southeast Health post-game report brought to you by our great friends at Southeast Health. At Southeast Health, the difference is in how you're treated. Alvin Washington back here at Tiger Arena, where tonight TJ Tisdale in his final home opener just pretty much showed everybody why he could be all-region, if not possibly all-state. Once again, 31 points this evening for the senior, and he also did one on 7 of 9 from the foul line, backing him up. Good debut here at the arena for Tim Booker, 13 points. 7 for Jamal Cox, 4 for Mikey Jones in garbage time, 2 for Jacob Borboom, 2 for Delantre Haney, 7 for Vance Toole, including a three-pointer, 5 for Ross McClanahan. On the flip side for Farmington, it drops to 1-2 on the year. 14 points for Doug Warren, 12 for Mona Zarek, 11 for Tim Anderson, 5 for Alex Sebastian, 4 for Roper Garrett, who fouled out. Jonathan Bird with 4, a free throw for Josh Brown. And that's how everything pans out. However, the important number is the number that you see on your screen right now. Cape Central 71, Farmington 51. Coming up on Tuesday, December 20th, we take our act over to beautiful Rams Gymnasium in Scott City, Missouri. That's where the Scott City Rams will be waiting on us. They'll take on the Dexter Bearcats. Tip-off time 7:30. Our broadcast time is 7:20. Right here on your home for Southeast Missouri High School basketball. MABN.net, Mid-America Sports. The executive producer of Southeast Missouri High School basketball on MABN.net is Eric Norman. Coordinating producer is, of course, Anthony Sinks. Thanks to Adam Pavelka for providing the camera and the tech work tonight. And as we leave you this evening, we also like to say a very special thank you to Cape Central High School. Athletic Director Lance Solison, Principal and my guest at the half, Dr. Mike Cowan. Got some girl scores for you real quick. As a matter of fact, I've got Notre Dame knocking off Sikeston 62-54. That's big. Another loss for the Sikeston Bulldogs after coming off of that tournament loss to Charleston. And that's a conference loss, too, ladies and gentlemen, in the SEMO Conference. Bloomfield 55, Chaffee 49 on the boys' side. That stops Chaffee's short little undefeated run. As we mentioned, Notre Dame over Sikeston 62-54.
That's one of those things kind of reminds you of when Rocky cut the Russian. You know, proved he wasn't made of iron. When Charleston beat him, everybody smelled blood. Everybody saw that, hey, they are beatable. You know, Notre Dame went in there and gave it their best shot and came out on top, giving Sikeston their second loss in the season. Already.
This has been a presentation of Mid-America Sports, copyright 2011. For more, please visit our website, mabn.net. Final score, once again, 71-51. From right here at beautiful Tiger Arena, we say good night from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and take care, everybody.
1, 2, 3, teamwork!